And it doesn't matter where we are all together. And of course, this morning we have our guest who believes he should be the king of the show. So say good morning to Beauregard. Take a moment to take a deep breath. I want to thank you for being here wherever you are in this beautiful universe of ours. But come into your body, bring yourself back, get a little bit grounded, feel your feet, breathe into it. Thank your body for being here. Thank yourself for the time. You may want to set an intention. My intention is to be fully present and to listen to my body and to feel calm and relaxed and engaged in this time together. So just feel your feet. Take a couple of deep breaths. I feel it, all the air. You know, sometimes I like to have the air come up from my toesies. And out the top of my head and back down. We're going to start with energy zesting, and what this will do is open up your energies, any blockages you may have, and get connected. Great thing to start your day or before you leave the house, before you have an important meeting. Also really lovely if you are going to meet with someone and you've got any kind of anxiety or questions about things. It's just a great way to get centered in a different manner, but it opens the energy. And I like to set my intentions for what I'm doing when I do my energy zesting. Now you're going to go ahead and feel that core engage too, and we're going to take it across the midline of our body. And I want you to think about lengthening that spine, opening that chest. Feel your feet where you put them down. All right, now we're going to do tapping. We're just going to hit some of our major tapping points. And there's no right or wrong way. So many people say, oh my gosh, how do I do that right? Just be present. It'll work out just fine. So I missed you all last week. I was under the weather. So I had to take a little downtime. Had to listen to my human. And now I'm back feeling wonderful. And like I said, I just had to listen to what my body was telling me. So apparently it was slow down. Yeah, right there. This is on your collarbone. You can feel it right there. Just that light tapping. Excellent. And your sternum, thymus. If you're ever feeling under the weather, this is a great place to activate those white blood cells. Get them feeling happy and movement about. And right here. So we're back in the studio with our favorite dragon. Beautiful. Take a deep breath. Open up. This is a really good time to just breathe into it. Feeling that body. Feeling where your foundation is. Maybe activating your lower muscles in your lower body by grounding those feet in. I'm missing the park. I do love the park in the sunny weather, but we have transitioned to the full-on fall here in the Pacific Northwest. I had a beautiful day yesterday. Hey, my son-in-law from Australia is in town doing a wine internship at a winery that's about an hour from me. So I had the beautiful time of taking him to see the Oregon coast for the first time ever, sharing all of the beauty of the Oregon coast that I've been raised with, showing him where all the things my daughter has done since a little girl, so he got to experience that. And of course we got everything. We got wind, we got rain, we got to walk along the beach to see the ocean, we got to eat amazing seafood. So it was a beautiful day, and we got kind of all the weather possibilities that we could have this time of year. I came back looking a little bit comical, a little bit like a wet ride, But it was a lovely day. And those of you that know me, the beach is my happy place. And it's so fun to be able to share a different part of the world that, you don't realize until someone says, I've never seen trees that go all the way to the ocean. And it's like, oh, yeah. Having seen the coast he grew up by, I get it. And so we all are used to what we know. So wonderful when we can open up the horizons and see different things. Right now, this is your sacral chakra that we're opening to, and that is your power. That's your power, your energy, and all good. Put some attention there. When we were doing our heart, let's send a little bit of love to ourselves. And how about sending some love into this beautiful universe? Because gosh knows we could use a little more of that right about now. And I want you to feel into your feet as we're doing this. How does that feel? Can you feel them? Yeah. Now I want you to just take your hands, palms towards your body, and we're going to rotate around the spine. And now I want you to get a little more into it. You can add your hips, your lower back can release, and you can do gorilla arms. I know. I don't think I'll ever have gorilla arms, but I can pretend. This is a great thing to do in the morning when your body hasn't quite gotten its act together. I'm going to be filming this week. Like I said, I kind of missed a whole week. And let's do some infinity, like right through beautiful. A little segment on some stretches that you can do before you get out of bed in the morning. Particularly if your hips and low back, you have tightness, I'm putting together a nice little segment that you can actually do in bed before you step out into the world. And so that might be a wonderful opportunity for you. And now we're going to just take and push the energy away. I want you to feel out kind of out of the palm of your hand, the heel of it. Just feel like, and actually start seeing that energy. You might be surprised when you put your attention towards it, how you can actually expand that energy field and feel it. Because the thing that's amazing is that we are all energy, we are all connected, and we're always changing, right? Okay, we're going to go ahead and pull it up. Right here, pull it up. Shush it. Whoop. And you can feel your core working too. Pull it up. We're going to do one more. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to lock in our energy right where it's at. And now you got to do the shimmy. Yes. Now if you can't shimmy, plie, releve. But, so, why do you need to shimmy? First of all, it makes you feel good. Dancing out the door. And bouncing, rebounding, jumping is so good for your human. They say there's so much research, but, sometimes they say if you do this 50 times, not 50 minutes, 50 times, not 50 minutes, because what does it do? Well, it helps with your muscles, bone density, get your heart going, all in one. If you've got problems with your knees, then you just can still get the same thing going. You can lift your heels, but get that. Can you feel it? Anyway, great way. Elevate your heart rate a little bit. Elevate your attitude a little bit. Get yourself centered. So that's energy zesting. Need to know anything about it? Right here is a connector clicker. There's a video in the library just about energy zesting. Take that deep breath, and I want you to take your shoulders. We're going to, right here, they're always by our ears. What is with that? Take a deep breath. Now what we're going to do is we're going to drop them. Now I want you to drop your shoulder blades and squeeze them together, okay? Then you're going to activate that core. You're going to lengthen your spine. This is the perfect place for good posture. And if you're going to do any strength work, this is a really good way to start the strength work because you're working from that core. You have dropped your shoulders down and together. You've opened your chest and you've lengthened your spine, okay? That, if you're doing any kind of strength work, I want you to start with that grounding. And you can start with even feeling your feet, right? So put them up first, then drop them. Drop the shoulder blades, squeeze them together, activate that core. Beautiful way to create balance and foundation for anything that you may want to do in terms of strength work, stretching, whatever. So that's kind of the neutral place that you want to align your human. Most people don't think about starting from the core, and that's where really everything gets activated from. And when we're not, we spend so much time with our shoulders up. We're a forward folding society, so our neck is to fall forward. Our head is, which makes a lot of pressure on our neck, and up here into the shoulders. So that is what part of what we're going to be leaving, releasing, and letting go. Let's start with our head. And I just want you to let gravity do this work. So we're breathing. We're opening it up, releasing any crunchies in there. Always feels good. Good time also to start thinking about your feet, your balance, and your foundation. It's all a team. It's all working together. Now slowly go ahead and take it back. And open it up. Take a deep breath. Go ahead and clasp your hands behind your neck. And then we're going to just tilt forward as we bring our elbows together. Think about that core being activated. Now you want to open up your upper back, release your neck. And go down your spine, down your lats. Breathe into it. Open it. Push it out. Go ahead, push forward. So I want you to, so I'm here, and I want you to be here. See the difference? You're going to take it, and then you're going to open from the shoulder blades. And then you're going to take your belly button, scoop it back to the spine. There you go. As far as you can go. Give it that elongating stretch, yes. Up. And then I want you to look a little bit further. Lengthening that spine. Activating that core. And how about taking your arm, we're going to go towards the palm up. Don't put the pressure on your elbow. And you want to stretch that across. So do tell me what the world is up to in your part of the world. It's always interesting to me when we move from the beautiful sunlit summers to the rainy, windy, cold part of the year that, we could just see the shortness of the days happen so quickly here. But we've had beautiful, beautiful fall colors, and for that I'm so thankful. We've just got every single color you can imagine in the trees, and it's just been so beautiful. It's just a visual way of experiencing change, which happens all the time anyway. Perhaps I wouldn't love my summer so much if I didn't have the opposite, right? The winters to counteract with the beauty of the summers. And I do love all the flowers in the summer. They're just all the colors. So feel into your feet. Now go ahead and do some rotations to just release that energy. And a couple forward. Now I want you to take your right hand palm up, and we're going to work through opening the inside as well as the palm. And if you want to feel into your stance, that's fine. Feel your feet. See where they're at. Shake it, switch it out. You want to go all the way through into. So what's our word for the week going to be? So many words popping through my mind after the last couple of weeks. It will define itself shortly, I'm sure. I know the last time I was with you all in the park, it was, I think, it was flow. And then my body decided to tell me to slow down, so maybe it was flow down, I don't know. You know, I always share with all of my clients and all my community members, I want you to clasp your hands together. I want you to slide it all the way down, and then I want you to drop your shoulder blades once again and squeeze them together, okay? So you're all the way down here, and you're breathing. Great. Another great way to open up your posture. You know, make sure your neck is kind of where it needs to be. You know, you can also start working on what your balance is today. My balance is, who knows, I tell you, sometimes it's all over the board. But when you work from that space we talked about to begin with, where you have your core engaged and you've dropped your shoulders and you've worked through that, that's a great time to really focus on your balance, because your core and your core strength really determines your balance when you actually activate from that core, sacral chakra right there. When you activate from there, that's what's going to help with your balance. Well, the birds are out having a chat this morning. With this rain, everybody sort of doesn't appear in the garden nearly like this summertime. I'm not sure where they live the rest of the year, but maybe they have little houses somewhere. Little squirrel houses, little bunny houses. Yeah, I have quite the, and if I didn't have this big gate around the garden, this fence around the garden, I would have deer in here. We have a deer that hang out in this part of the world. Now what I want you to do is we're going to do the reverse prayer. We're going to put our fingertips together and we're going to slide up to wherever might work for us, okay? Doesn't matter where you can go, but there is a range of motion you can work towards. And then once again, we're going to not be here, but rather open up. This also lengthens our spine, yes. Put some oxygen between those vertebrae. Seen a lot of clients with back issues lately. So that's another reason why stretching is so very important. Trying to loosen up, lengthen, and strengthen our muscles, focusing on our core so that we're supporting our structural movements. Very important. Very important. And the fact that you're here in the community, in connection as well. That's going to be our word for the week, connection. Human connection is so vitally important to our health. Yes, our overall health. Mental, physical, spiritual. And when we don't create connections, we often go into that, it could be a quiet cycle, could be a lonely cycle, could be a depressed cycle. There's a whole lot of emotion around whatever that might be. But we are meant to connect. We as humans are meant to connect. So go ahead and go a little out of your comfort zone or try something new. I'm taking a course tomorrow. I will tell you about it next week. It sounds kind of fun. It's just a 2-hour, it's a meditation and then a creativity activity. I don't know. Anyway, I will tell you all about it next week and let you know what I think. But it's something I've never done before. I've met the practitioner who's hosting it on 2 occasions, but something I've never done. And I know that I need to open my horizons and try different things. And as the weather gets funky here, I find I'm not out and about as much. So looking for some other creative things that I can do here. I'll let you know how that goes. That's sort of my one of my projects over the next few weeks is to define some of those things. All right, now I want you to go ahead and shake and release. Just release that deep breath. Now 1 up, 1 down, and let's see where we can meet in the middle. And this may be a work in progress for many of you. It's about increasing your range of motion is about consistency, repetition. So if you're only doing this once a week or once a month, you will find very little increase in your range of motion or mobility or flexibility. It's one of those things, it's not like you can put extra stretching in the bank to pull out when you need. It's an ongoing, important function. As I said, if everybody just walked every day and stretched every day, the world would be a much better place. Shake it out. I had a dear friend years ago, an older friend, much older than me, and she had set up a situation where taking a walk every day, there was a non-negotiable. And she didn't live in beautiful weather. I mean, she lived in typically 4 completely different climates, so she got all the seasons. But for a couple of occasions, she made herself go out that door and take that walk. And her attitude about it was good for her mind, it was good for her body, but it was also good for her motivation. She felt that if she did that every day, she had already started making it a positive experience, a positive day. Or sometimes she said the walk just gave her time to breathe and switch, to walk out something she was anxious about or pissed about or, whatever it might be. And she always walked by herself. Anyway, I often walk with friends, which I love. But anyway, it's just such a good thing. And I think I was telling you all that I take a class at 5:30 a.m. on Monday mornings. Now, I generally teach. I don't generally take classes. But I did this as a challenge to myself because I heard about it. And the instructor that teaches the classes, like, she's magic. And I kept saying, well, I could never do that. So guess what? I could never do that. And with that being said, let that energy go. I set up for myself, I said, you know what, I can do that. And I only set myself up to do it one time. And guess what? I've made it a habit. So it's about changing my mindset. Try it. And Monday morning, I'm not suggesting you try at 5:30 a.m. Monday morning. But for me, by the time I get home and I'm like, it's not even 7 o'clock. I just expanded my day by that much. But I also feel healthier because I'm moving more. But I feel mentally like I'm in it to win it. I've started my week, my Monday week, and I'm doing it. Like, how much better can you feel than that success, setting yourself up? And I don't care what success looks like for you. Define it from in here. Setting yourself up for success is magic. I mean, it's absolutely magic. And then it creates that motivation. And I find that it really elevates my energetic space and brings me great joy. So I highly encourage you to find something. And connection. I met new people. I met new humans that I never would have met otherwise that are just lovely. So, of course, anybody else who gets up at 5:30 every morning has got to have something moving for them. So anyway, I highly encourage that. And with that being said, have a deep breath. And I just want you to slowly move into what might be your squat. And it might not be your squat. It might just be where you want to sit. If your knees are tender, don't push it. Just keep them balanced where your knee is in alignment with your ankle. And keep that, releasing your low back. And you might want to go further down. You might not. Today I'm really happy right here. And it's kind of, now we're just going to go ahead a little bit forward. And what we're going to do is make sure we're shifting our energy, but we're keeping our core engaged, and we're shifting the stretch to behind our legs. So our hamstrings and our low back is where we're shifting our energy to. Drop that head. Feel your feet, feel that balance. Drop it. Take that core, engage it, bring it back. Beautiful. Beautiful. Inhale. Push through. Drop that head. Feel those hamstrings. You can keep your knees soft. You'll know where that stretch is at. You can feel it when you go through the motion as you're extending those legs. You can feel the exact perfect place for your stretch. And drop that head. From here, we're going to go right to the cat-cow. As you know, this is so good. Go ahead and square it up in alignment. So you kind of want your hands right underneath your shoulders. And we're going to start nice and slow. So we're going to push the air through. We're pulling our belly button towards our spine, looking through our legs. Releasing through, looking up. Particularly good for posture, small and large intestine. Take that breath, and as you exhale, we're rounding through, pulling your belly button to your spine, looking through your legs, dropping your head ever so slightly. And up. Now we're going to speed up the tempo with the breath pattern. So good for us. So, cat-cow, go for it. And now I want you to go ahead and just lay straight on your stomach, extend out. Lower yourself down ever so gently. Now, you may just be here. This may be as much as you want to put the reverse curl into your spine. You may be here. I just want you to make sure that it feels comfortable. This is to release the curvature when we move forward, because we are always leaning forward. Computers, devices, streaming, reading, it's all... Even like sewing, knitting, we're all like, oh. So this is another way to go ahead and look up and release that spine. And with breathing through it, we're feeling oxygen into it. And go ahead and just bring yourself back down so you're wherever you're comfortable. You might want to go ahead and put your hands together. Just release it all. Take a couple of deep breaths. Go ahead and put your hands, like I said, maybe you're here, but that's still a great place to go ahead and release that spine. And just go ahead and I want you to put your hands back further. And we're going to push up, and we're going to go ahead and sit into the child's pose. So open up your legs, sit back to wherever is comfortable for you, so that you can open up low back, hips. And then you can choose how much you want to stretch your upper torso. You might want to be here. You might choose to nestle on your hands. You might choose to extend forward. opening that space between your shoulder blades. And just breathe into it. And if you remember where your attention goes, your energy flows. So put your focus on where your hips are opening, where your low back is opening, where your upper torso is releasing, and feel into that. Bring your hands in, and we're going to go ahead and roll over onto our backs. Beautiful. Go ahead and roll down and nestle your hips. Get them anchored. And remember, when we're focusing on our lower back being flat and open, we also want our upper torso to be relaxed. While we stretch the lower extremities, we do not want to put tension in our upper body, and that generally happens. So what I want you to do is just leave it all relaxed, take a deep breath. Those hips are anchored, and you're simply going to put your right foot on your left knee and open it up. Can you feel it right here? Yeah, it's exactly where we want it. And we're not putting any tension. Now you can, if you want to, activate that core first, and then you can bring this leg up, and this is going to give you a different stretch. This goes more into the piriformis, and so that's a slightly different stretch than here. So this opens more through here, and the other gives more back from the glutes back. So both are great stretches, and this one you can also do with your foot on the couch or chair. But you can't, I don't want you pulling all the things, because when you start pulling all the things, does that look? No. That starts creating all this tension where we're spending so much focus to release that tension. So don't activate a stretch from up here. We want to start it from down here. So, perfect. Just opening that up. And also, as we dig the left heel into the ground, we're going to help stabilize that upper torso and that supporting leg. Feels so good. I can feel it right there. Take a nice deep breath. We're going to switch it out. Remember, nice and relaxed, opening up that left side. I'm going to give it a little extra assist here. And just breathe in, feeling it, putting that attention to that right side, feeling it open, feeling it release. Oftentimes our muscles grab, and it takes a little bit of oxygen and time for that muscle to just let go and lengthen. Shall we go ahead? Activate that core, and then we're going to bring that right leg up a little bit. We're going to switch that stretch in to the booty, the whole booty boot. But by going from the core, we're not stressing out our upper torso. We're focusing on what we want to stretch, not what we want to get tight and anxious. Perfect, perfect. And adjust it to work for you. It can be a very subtle difference that can activate more, and you can also see how it reacts to the different sides of the muscle. Yeah. But it's your body, so spend that time being aware with what that is. And just put it back down. Let's just open this up a little bit and breathe into that. Okay, you can do this seated, or you can do this on your back. Today we're going to do our windshield wipers seated. This is one of the stretches I highly recommend to do before you get out of bed in the morning. And see how you can work through the whole range of motion. You don't need to do this fast. You don't get any prizes for quick stretching. You want to really feel into it. Make sure that that blood's flowing, that oxygen is flowing. Feels so lovely when we release that tension. So, windshield wipers are definitely a daily. Opens up so much of that lower torso, the booty, through the hips, that low back. Okay, we're going to take the right and cross it over. We're going to take the legs, the lower body to the right, and we're going to look to the left. Now this is opening your left side primarily. Really feel, breathe into it. Now activating that core, we're going to take it to the left. We're going to look to the right. So now we're working on the right side. We're activating that core, so we're not pulling any of our muscles. We're working gently. Activate. Both feet down, take a nice deep breath. Feel that low back sink into the floor. Lengthening the spine, relaxing the upper torso. Now let's go ahead and put the left over the right. We're going to take our legs to the left. We're going to the right. You're actually rotating through your spine. Let's activate our core. Tight, tight, tight. Switch sides. Activate your core. Let's come neutral. Go ahead and bring your knees to your chest. And I want you to just roll around comfortably, relaxing that low back. Might maybe want to go side to side, maybe around, front and back. Just make that a nice comfortable release at your own pace. Let's go ahead and extend those legs up. And let's do some rotations with our tootsies. Oh, our feet work so hard. I want internal and external. We put so much pressure on our feet to carry these little tiny feet with these very large bodies, comparatively. And so give your feet some love. You know, they, if you don't take baths and you don't want to soak your feet, you can get magnesium. You can get magnesium oil, magnesium cream, you can get a spray on. Give them some magnesium, show them some love, give them some lotion or something, but do some things, you know, massage them, make them happy, because the bottoms of your feet, the soles of your feet, represents, if you were to look at one of the charts, and I don't have one handy, but different parts of your feet are pressure points for your organs and your whole body. So make sure you take some time, a little extra time to release those. And now if you want to, you can just bring your legs towards your body a little bit more. We're going to activate the hamstrings a little more. So we'll walk on the ceiling, just gently. If you flex your feet, you'll get a little more stretch through your hamstring, your calves, and your Achilles, right there. A little bit more. Perfect. All right. I want you to go ahead, put your feet down to the right. Think about using your core, not tension up here. And go ahead and do the butterfly. You're going to put the soles of your feet together, release open, take a deep breath, and arms are going to come up. You can leave them in a second position. You can cross them over, but just think about relaxing and opening. So I want you to do a little breath work here. Feel your oxygen coming in through your feet, up your spine, and coming out your fingertips and the top of your head. So bring it up. Let it go. Bring it up and in, of filling that belly, opening that chest, and exhale. Feeling it up and in. Open it up. How did that feel? Go ahead and bring your knees together. Dig your ankles in. Push your low back down. Now I want you to go ahead. Fingertips are going to go behind your knees. And we're going to round it up. Wind it up. Come on up. Here we are. And I think we're going to take a little, we're going to take it right over the left. Try to put your right foot flat if you can. Now, if that doesn't work for you and you need to do a straight leg stretch, be with it. What do I always say? Meet your body where it's at. Meet yourself where you're at. Anyway, we're going to sit up tall and we're going to go and look over this right shoulder. We're going to lift up. We're going to feel it in our right booty. And we're also going to release that vagus nerve. We're going to get in that nice, relaxed, and restful space. You're also getting some nice rotation within your spine. You want to lengthen your spine as you sit tall. Oh, I can hear the raindrops. Look forward and see if you can't put your pinky toe on the floor. Then we're going to take that deep breath and we're going to just fold forward and round forward. And we're going to let all of the neck, head, it's all going to drop. Gravity going towards the ground, obviously. This opens up your IT band, which goes from your hip to your knee, also your low back, your upper back. Think about core as we're coming up. Perfect. Let's switch sides. Take a nice deep breath. Try and keep that foot flat. Look up and over. Excellent. Opening, breathing. Center, go ahead and fold forward. Opening up that left side. Use that core to unwind. Come sit in a neutral position. Oh, I want to thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are. Please leave comments where you live, what you do, what other additional things you'd like to know about stretching, motivation, all the good things. If you liked this, please hit the like button. And if you want to become a part of this international loving community, please hit the subscribe. And I encourage you to share this with anyone that would find value in this for their mind, body, and soul. Take a nice deep breath. I highly encourage at least 10 minutes of stretching every day. Take some time to do some intentional breathing. We breathe from our subconscious 99% of the time, and we breathe very shallow. So think of those nice big breaths that we took while we were on the floor. And I hope your week is blessed. Remember, our word is connection. So take a look at opening up and maybe making some new connections, maybe trying something new creatively. I will let you know next Sunday how my Monday creative class went. Who knows, maybe I'll do a workshop soon on something like that. Things to look forward to. I am Jina, the creator, founder, and chief energy officer right here at Strength, Stretch, and Shine, where all things are about flexibility, balance, and strength for your mind, your body, and your soul. Thank you again. Know that you are loved and know that you are special. Until next time, when we get together, be flexible.